So
Yeah, I did that as well. So it's really exciting.
that's great.
Again, we're just gonna
Oh, hold on.
there's Jessica's on too. So
Are you recording, or do you want me to record it, or not?
I'm gonna record it.
Okay.
I'll send you a file if you want.
Yeah, let me just hold on a sec there. So I'm not sharing yet, right? So, okay.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Oh no, you're not sharing. You know what I mean? But I'm saying the overview's live.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can. Yeah, I can see my slides there underneath the pictures. Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's great.
Awesome. Well, it's cool to be here. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute.
Yeah, or I need some help. I get hold of George and Robin, and we were just talking about that in the last couple of days. They've always been there, whatever the challenge, how big, how small. It hasn't mattered. It's just been absolutely incredible. From celebration dinners to visiting their home. The first time I was at their home, I felt like I was, there 10 years. That's how welcome they make you feel. It's incredible. Are you having peak performance right now, Robin? Because I'm just going to laugh. That's awesome. I just finished mine. All right.
I just finished dinner, so I need to get it in before I forget.
No worries. Let's see if we're at the top. Okay, we're at 7 p.m. So I'm going to take my video off. I'm going to take the mic off, and I'm going to let you do the best overview ever.
Can I see who's here that I know? Jamie?
Yeah, you can check that out, in attendees. And I'm sure because, you have the chat's pretty full and you have people still signing on.
I wonder if I should, the chat, they can chat, right? Like, so if something happens and they can't hear me or something, there can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. My
phone will start ringing, and, we have 5 panelists, and, there's a bunch of people in the attendees, and there's still more people coming in. So it's really great. Awesome. And Jessica Daniels is really good if there's a challenge as well. So anyways, okay, I'm going to mute out. Robin, thank you very much. It's been, like she said, a minute, and I called Robin up because she has a tremendous amount of experience with the company, and I just love her. I just love her overviews, and it's about time some of you who are new see this. And if you're brand new, you're really in for something. So anyways, let me mute out. Let me take my camera off.
Awesome. So, well, guys, it's great to be here. Really glad that Jeffrey invited me to come and share with you America's Best Kept Secret. I haven't done this for you guys for quite a long time. And it was one of the most exciting times in the business when I was doing that for you guys right at the very beginning of the business there with you guys getting your team started a couple of years ago. It was very exciting, and we were doing these things every night. So thanks for having me back. And for those who don't know me, perhaps some of you that are on here as guests, let me just tell you a quick little story of how we met America's Best Kept Secret. And let me also just preface it by saying, please don't be nervous. If you're skeptical, that's great. Trust me, as we go through the information, it's going to be really transparent. I think you'll understand a lot more once we go through it, and you'll really see, hopefully, what we saw 18 years ago of just how different this business, this opportunity is than so many things that are out there that we often, unfortunately, get compared to. So my story is this. My husband, George, and I, we were building an import-export business, very, very busy for, almost 20 years, from my 20s until almost 40, right? And that business kept us super crazy busy. We ended up expanding in over 25 countries. We had hundreds, if not probably a couple of thousand people that were either, working with us, working for us, involved with us. And it was very demanding, but it was very exciting, right? We were doing amazing. We were making a ton of money. We were helping a lot of people because we were promoting people from within our business. But it got to be that as my biological clock was ticking, I was starting to feel like, how am I ever going to finally slow down and have a family? And I wanted to have a family. I thought if we work really hard for, 10 years, then we can, slow down and I can do that. And it just didn't seem possible. The bigger it got, yes, more money, but also more problems, right? And so I really feel like that business, really helped me to see what it takes to make a business work. And specifically, if you're looking for a business, most people, when they start a business, they don't think about what their exit strategy is, right? Like I just sort of assume we'll build it really big and then we'll just sort of exit and slow down and go into semi-retirement, but that was not the case. And so what I hope you guys will see here is a business model that is really amazing, because on one level, it's actually just a store. You know, we are kind of like the Amazon Prime of Whole Foods, right? And I'll tell you that in a second. But on the other level, right, we are a business that can be as big or small as you want. There's no investment, there's no risk. And ultimately, the most important piece was what I saw here by accident. You know, 18 years ago, we just happened to be having a conversation with our neighbor. We lived in this really exclusive building, and you know, we hardly knew any of our neighbors, but this one neighbor, he was like one of the only younger people like us that were in the building. When I say younger, I mean like, you know, 40-ish or so. And, you know, after we were at his party for Christmas, we were kind of like saying to him, like, what do you do exactly? Who are all these people, you know? There was people from Canada and from the West Coast. And he's like, oh, Melaleuca. We said, what's that? And he said, well, we'll tell you about it sometime. And so we never actually got to hear that, never, you know, made an appointment until a couple months later. It was already the next year by then. And when we heard that this company shared its revenue and they shared 51%, and when we heard that they already had an 18-year track record, even though on the surface we were really skeptical, because anything that sounded like too good to be true, anything that sounded like, you know, products was like, oh, here we go again. It's another one of those companies, right? But he said one other thing that really hit us strong. He said the company has a documented 95% reorder rate. That really related to us, right? Because we were in, you know, import, export, sales, wholesale, retail, and every month, you know, we could have an amazing month, but we started at zero every month. We didn't have repeat orders, very few, very little, not even 5%. And so a 95% reorder rate for us, we knew that if that was true, then this could be residual income that, you know, passive residual income potential that we really wanted to have, that we really needed to have after working so hard, you know, 12 hours a day kind of thing for so many years. So that's kind of my backstory, guys. And, you know, everything that we heard about the company, like I said, we were skeptical, but we didn't turn our backs, right? We kept digging, we kept getting more information. We saw business reports. We really took a deep dive to make sure we could not risk our reputation. We could not risk our lifestyle. And, you know, two toddlers and a baby on the way, we could not risk that and know that we were going to try something that might work. You know, it really had to work for us. We could not risk it. And so if you're here and any of this resonates with you, I hope you will, you know, this will sort of encourage you to really listen in and take note of the details that I'm going to share with you tonight about America's Best Kept Secret. And you might have heard of it. Like if you're in the direct sales space or that sort of thing, you've probably heard it before, but you've probably never heard it this way. So Melaleuca is the company we're talking about. They're 36 years old, about to go into their 37th year. And if you look at the growth chart, what you're going to notice here is the growth right now is just unbelievable. Here you have a company that for 36 years has just grown steadily, right? Steady, steady, steady. But for the last 5 or 6 years, it's taken off like a rocket ship. And so here we are, Melaleuca. This is the corporate headquarters. They are currently the largest employer in the state of Idaho, apart from the government. Altogether, you know, between the Idaho location, Tennessee, and worldwide now, it's about 5,000 employees. And here's what you want to know that a lot of people don't recognize. You know, Melaleuca had this business model in place, the idea of sharing revenue with their customers and going manufacturer direct before Amazon, before the Amazon idea, right, of kind of cutting out the middleman, even though Amazon is the middleman. And so this is a really neat thing, that this business that before was a catalog company with a 1-800 number, it was really, everything was perfectly set up to be able to build the foundation to get ready to become the largest online shopping wellness club in North America. So Melaleuca, what they really are, is a membership-based green shopping club. Green before green was anything more than a color. They are both the manufacturer and the retailer. This is a huge, huge advantage. It's a very big advantage for a company to be both the manufacturer and the retailer. They offer almost 500 wellness products and consumables that are delivered fresh. And maybe you don't know this, but we are like farm to table for packaged goods, right? Everything that Melaleuca manufactures and ships to their customers' doors are maximum 6 weeks old. Compare that to what you're buying off the shelf at the grocery store. I'm not talking about, obviously, fresh produce and meat, but packaged goods, average time is like a year to 18 months. So Melaleuca's products, the other unique thing was that they started with inspired by nature products. So botanical green products before, again, green was a word or was a thing. And Melaleuca believes in science. So inspired by nature, but proven by science, over 120 patents. And Melaleuca has always offered a 90-day money-back guarantee. So for those that are skeptical, for those that tried everything out and they did, what is so great about this company's products, know that they've got to be good because they totally respect this 90-day empty bottle policy. So here's what I was saying earlier. If you could describe what Melaleuca actually is, and I hope this kind of gives you a clear picture, especially for those of you that are new, or for those of you that might have been thinking about how Melaleuca was, 18 years ago, right? It is not what it is today. Melaleuca today is like Whole Foods quality at Costco, Target, Walmart pricing with the convenience of Amazon Prime shipping. Now do you get a picture of what it is? Because when we first looked at this, it was still catalog and 1-800 number, and people were still not really, vested in getting safer, non-toxic products. To show you not just the growth chart, but here's how paying 51 cents on the dollar to your customers looks like. And by the way, it's customers and nonprofit organizations, if any of you here happen to be, involved with nonprofits. A simple revenue sharing program that has now paid to date $6.5 billion with a B to families for simply referring customers. And so if maybe you're skeptical, you've done too many MLMs or you've seen too many things, here's what we don't do. And here's where it's a real big differentiation. There's zero risk because there's absolutely no investment here. It's a membership club that costs $19 a year. You're not a distributor. You don't carry inventory. So you never buy anything that you have to give away or sell or, distribute samples. You don't take orders or deliveries or billings or collections. No busy work like the business that we were involved in. And there's no pressuring customers to purchase because everybody's a customer shopping here the same way they shop at their local supermarket or they shop at Costco. So, there's none of this trying to pressure people to meet volumes like you would have to do in an MLM. This is simply a shopping club. What is awesome is that, Melaleuca from day one was always focused on customers. They didn't build it like to try to build it for the big guys. They built it for the little guys. And so it was always just about, you and you referring your friends and your family and really simple. And, when people today look at this, they can't believe, what has really happened and how this company has grown, because that little referral business that was just, mom and pop, kind of household by household, family by family, today is almost 3 million families that shop here, 3 million households that shop here. And only about 10% actually refer others. So every single customer that's here shopping, every member was referred by another member. And if that sounds like something that you could do versus selling or distributing, you're right, because everybody already, probably not everybody, but most people, if they know of a good good restaurant, a good movie, you tell your friends. If somebody asks you, hey, who's your hairdresser? Or, do you have a good mechanic that I can, take my car to? People are happy to recommend something good. And that's what this is. So for a lot of folks that, sales and that is a no-no, which is most people, this is a breath of fresh air that you can just simply refer people. It's so organic and it's so real. And here's the thing, you don't have to, right? 90% of the folks that shop here, that's all they do is just shop. But I want to show you a little snippet of what's possible. Because you can see here the price points of what other membership clubs look like. $19 a year is way off a different grade. I've been paying over $200 a year for my Costco membership, and I've been there for over 25 years. Imagine, I don't get nearly the benefits I get of Melaleuca. So you're going to really like the benefits here. But what I want to make sure that I show you guys first, just before we, kind of switch gears and talk about the membership, I want you guys to realize how good the potential is here for you if you'd like to make, supplemental income or significant income. It was really great that in 2020, many people needed to suddenly find another, vehicle to make income, right? So many people were, really blindsided with the pandemic. And so this page, I took, Frank Vandersloot, our CEO, announced around the beginning of 2020, these numbers from 2019 of how many families have been helped with just such meaningful income, 60,000 families over $10,000 and 1,100 families over 500,000 and 113,000 families over 5,000. These are all just members that have a $19 membership. These are people that shop at Melaleuca that have been able to refer people and have these kinds of huge numbers. Well, just in our little team, our team is, about 4,000 plus customers, but we're only about 10% that actually, refer customers and do the business. And these are just a few of the checks that were made in April. And we put them here particularly because they were all new people. All of these folks, except for the top check there, were all brand new people in the business that were in Melaleuca for only a month or 2 or 3 months max. And so I want you to know before we get going and we talk about, products and shopping club, that there is a place here for anybody who sees himself as, a player, somebody who wants to make significant income. I'll tell you honestly, we had a strategy session when we first enrolled, and Tom and Eddie, they sat down with us, and after we got our first little $500 check for our first week in Melaleuca, they said, what do you want to do? They took us out. Remember, we were at Houston, sitting by the water in Miami. They said, what do you guys want to do? And I remember really clear saying to Eddie, if I can't make like 10,000 a month, like right now, I can't even put 5 minutes into this business. That's pretty excessive, right? But it kind of tells you, how busy we were and the kind of income level that we needed to make. And so I wanted to just share with you, if you are someone that wants to make significant income and make it fast, you can really do it here. And yet Melaleuca is a company that is just full of customers, real customers that love these products. And because there's so much consumer value, that's the piece that's missing in so many supposed opportunities, that want to offer residual income or passive income. That's a good idea that these network marketing companies want to produce, but they don't really deliver on the promise because they don't have the customer base, because they don't have the consumer value, right? If you want to really have a lot of consumer value so that you can have a lot of customers, you can't just appeal to the 5%, mover and shakers. You can't just sell your products to the people that are running the business or the people that are selling. You got to have lots of customers. And that's where Melaleuca is such a great business, because there's so much value here. So your membership at Melaleuca is just $19 a year. Right now, there's a promotion that anybody that sets up their account this month or who set their account up last month, they're able to refer their friends for just $1 for the first year. That's an awesome promo. Comes with $100 in free products. And this is the key. Our 95% reorder rate is now 96 to 97% month to month. So even with all of that growth, Melaleuca's retention is better than it even was when we first started. And so that it kind of sets us up now to go into and tell you, well, what does the customer get? What is the value that makes these customers, obviously, and would be, for anybody on here tonight that's really here as a customer, what's so great about these products? They are not just the best of science and nature, not just inspired by nature, but these are really solutions for today's health concerns. These are really not just good products, but great products. And so the products are products that not only fortify your home, but they fortify your family. Now, that has become super important during a pandemic. And so, we have these products that are always important, wellness-orientated products, but now people, even the regular people that maybe weren't in that direction, they really now know that they need to be, in the wellness arena. So we have products for everybody. So Melaleuca, when they set up this shopping club, this manufacturer direct, we call it consumer direct marketing, Melaleuca trademarked that. It was the idea that if you could bring healthy living and make it easy, affordable, and accessible to everybody, well, obviously, and if you could actually make the products really, really good, your customers could be your only source of advertising. Now, that's a slow grow way, right? You're not going to pay for advertising. You're not going to put it in the grocery stores. But that was an amazing idea that Melaleuca had. And from that little tiny company that made, 9 products made from tea tree oil. For those of you that don't know, tea tree oil is actually Melaleuca oil. That's where the name comes from. And that little, tiny company they've built this whole portfolio of products that make up, 8 or 10 aisles in the middle of the grocery store. And the membership doesn't make you buy in bulk like the Costco or the Sam's Club. The idea here is buy fresh and buy frequently, and you run out and buy it again. And we'll give you a 30 to 50% discount for your loyalty, because your loyalty will help the manufacturer, Melaleuca, to be able to do predictive manufacturing, to manufacture it just in time, on demand, ship fresh, so they don't have storage expenses, and they reduce their expenses in terms of how they buy their expensive ingredients, how they handle their staffing and all of that. They save about 20% actually, because they're actually able to do just-in-time manufacturing because of this huge loyalty of customers. So what they figured out to do is just very bare minimum, so that even a college student or an older person on a fixed income like my mom, a retiree who's 86 years old living alone, can simply shop for $55 to $65 of household necessities that they're already buying somewhere else, have them delivered to their home or their dorm or their assisted living facility. And 35 points is the magic number. So 35 points, Melaleuca is operating in 20 countries. And so there's different currencies in different countries. So points is just kind of like an international currency, so that they can continue sharing revenue to folks that are referred across borders, right? So it's about $55 to $65 out of all these different household things that you're already buying. It's really just switching stores, right? That's what we say. It's switching stores, getting better, safer, without anything changing in your budget. And you can see here some of the lines, from supplements to nutritional products, healthy snack foods, medicine cabinet, essential oils, over-the-counter pharmaceuticals, personal care, amazing skincare, just amazing ingredients at incredible prices, and home cleaning and laundry and dish care, which a lot of people know Melaleuca for that, because a lot of people honestly come here when they have toddlers and when they have pets and when their kids are, just growing up, or their grandkids, because they realize that, that was my thing, right? Even though I saw this as a business right away, I realized that, oh my goodness, this is, and it was such an anxiety lifting experience to not have to worry about locking my cupboards for having, a baby and 2 toddlers in the house. It was an amazing experience to not have all of that weight on my shoulders. It was really great. So a lot of folks come for those products, but here's what we're really known for. And here's, I think, what's even more important than detoxifying your home. It's really fortifying your body. And the key is this: science now tells us that pretty much almost all of the diseases that we are typically going to get, or that we're going to die from, heart health, diabetes, all these different immune diseases, fibromyalgia, Hashimoto's, lupus, all these different rheumatoid arthritis, all these sorts of diseases are free radical based inflammatory diseases. And so the 2 major threats, to our long-term health, aging and getting sick from these inflammatory diseases. So if you can reduce free radicals and reduce inflammation, that's the key. And so Melaleuca focused in on that, and they've continued improving and innovating. And peak performance was the result of decades of research, and was the result also of this oligo processing that you see over here on the left-hand side, a mineral delivery system that has 2 patents on it to make minerals be 8 to 10 times more soluble and bioavailable than other supplements on the market. So our peak performance basically is clinically proven 4 times now to not only reduce significantly free radicals inflammation, but to also provide optimum nutrition for your major body systems and impact over 25 different health markers. And, the company is so confident about it that they actually encourage new people, new members, to take the 90-day challenge and get your blood work done before you even start taking the peak performance. So you actually can say, hey, look at this is my results. And if you don't see those results in 90 days, you can get a full refund on 3 months of peak performance. You'll notice peak performance is 42 points, right? So when we talk about 35-point minimum to get that really big 30 to 50% discount, right? Nothing in bulk, just buying regular size products. That's a month's supply. An AM PM pack, actually, you guys, if you came in early, saw me taking my PM pack just after dinner. Really handy that they're super portable. I'm traveling next week, so I'm just going to take a handful of packets. So that's our peak performance, $2.40 something a day, to really impact and add years to your life and life to your years. All of the nutrition products in Melaleuca with minerals are all oligoprocessed minerals, meaning they're going to be absorbable and soluble up to 10 times better than the competition. We've also got tremendous digestive health, including our FiberWise, that I think is the best. It is nothing like it on the market, that has 12 to 15 grams of fiber, soluble and insoluble, depending which format you take, whether you take the little packets or you take it in the container like that. But the competition, it's not even close. They have 2 or 3 grams of fiber, and they don't have both soluble and insoluble. We have probiotics, prebiotics. They don't. Amazing product. That FiberWise will totally change your digestion. You'll feel totally different. You'll feel lighter, and you'll be able to flush the toxins. And it's also very good, obviously, for cholesterol, and especially for those that might be thinking of weight loss. This is a great tool, eating FiberWise before you eat, because it makes you feel full. We've got Goodzymes, digestive enzymes. We've got Florify, a couple of different versions, a kids version, an immune system version. That's 10 billion good bacteria, very much needed. Florify is also in the peak performance. Some of these products also, GC Control, another really important one, because GC Control helps to balance blood sugar. So, diabetes is considered a pandemic practically. Like it's obviously it's not spreadable, but it's so common now, people getting either pre-diabetes, metabolic syndrome because of our poor dietary health. So GC Control helps you to balance blood sugar, takes away your sugar cravings, and really helps to stop those spikes, so that you can improve your how you actually eat and improve your metabolism. That's a great tool as well for anyone who wants to lose weight, but especially if you're pre-diabetic or have metabolic syndrome or you have diabetes in your family. That's a great product. You take 2 shakes a day. It's about $1.50, I guess. It's about $15 to $17 a bag, depending if you buy 1 bag at a time or 2 or 3 bags at a time. Comes in great flavors. I put it in my coffee in the morning as well. And that's something that a lot of us are using for our weight loss regimen that I'll share with you in a second. But just before I go, just some of these numbers I mentioned before, over 25 health markers, some of the key ones: blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides, post-sugar spikes. And this one, I love this, because 8 beats less per minute, according to the medical field, says that 1 beat less per minute is 1 year longer life. So I'm looking forward to living 8 years longer, because I take my peak performance every single day. And by the way, some of those products that I mentioned, the FiberWise, the peak performance, those are in our home conversion packs that the company makes available to new customers. You can ask about that at the end, because you'll save about $150 to $250. I mean, it's really great. So R3 Weight Loss, that is a free, supportive Facebook community. I think there's close to 100,000 members now. And it's awesome, because there's no counting or weighing. There's just a yes list and a no list. You can do it even just with pure food. Like, you don't have to do Melaleuca, but if you want to leverage it and you want to kind of like supercharge your program, obviously FiberWise and GC Control, and maybe using some of our protein shakes, will definitely help you. We've got folks, you can see here, Frank and Maria lost 70 pounds each. They're looking amazing. They've kept it off now for over a year. And there's all kinds of different people. I mean, I've lost 20 pounds in 2020. And the new R3, my goal is to lose 15 more. I may not get it all off in the 6-week program, but I'll do another program and I will get down to my goal, because it's a lifestyle that's going to help you with your metabolism. So you're going to be able to live this way. It's going to help you with your cravings and so forth. And there's all kinds of support in that Facebook group. It's free. Like, you don't even have to buy the Melaleuca products, but it will help you, obviously. So yeah, and I invite you to find out more about R3. We have coffee, we have snacks that are gluten-free, and all these different select soy-free, gluten-free, etc. We've got sports nutrition. I mean, awesome fat burning bars, energy drinks, protein, both whey as well as protein that's vegan. Sustained sport. That's something that we've learned to just totally live on here in Florida. We need our electrolytes. 4 electrolytes, double electrolytes of Gatorade, only 50 cents a serving. It's awesome. And then essential oils. So many people, have started to really use essential oils now, but Melaleuca was a company founded on developing consumer products from essential oils. So if you're someone who loves essential oils and you're currently buying them from a distributor of some, direct sales company, or you're currently buying them from Whole Foods or other direct companies like good ones that are, that are certified, that have, good testing in place, that they're pure. Melaleuca is typically 30 to 50% less than those other companies' oils. You'll save a ton of money here. Baby care products, I love that. We didn't have that, we used to make our baby products from our cleaning product line, and now we actually have a bona fide baby line that's awesome. Daily needs, everything from, soap and shampoos and dental care products to, shower gels and lotions. And this lotion right here in particular, Renew, is the highest, most referred product in all of the company. It is 7 times, according to clinical trials, more effective than Eucerin. And it's just amazing. If someone has eczema or psoriasis, it does tremendous with it. Our Sabella Beauty line, I already mentioned before, is not just makeup and skincare. It's also salon quality hair care for different types of hair products. For different types of hair, as well as all different kinds of styling aids. But the Sabella line, please, if you're on here today, get back to the person that brought you on here and find out more about that, because the product line is amazing. And in fact, this month, if you end up referring customers this month before the 15th or the 14th, you can get some free Sabella products that are really nice. You can get our charcoal and flour full skincare line, 4 products. It's worth about $60 for free for referring 2 customers. And you can get our microbiome, which is ultra hydrochloric hyaluronic acid and other really important algae and some really top shelf skincare ingredients. You can get that for referring 4 customers, and it's got a value of almost $200. So, all right, let me just share one more thing here that I wanted. This is in here just because of the time that we're in, that we find ourselves here with an active virus out there. We need to be boosting our immune system, so don't waste your money on Emergen-C. Get Activate C. It has, way more vitamin C, more zinc. Our zinc is a LEGO process, so it's going to be more soluble and bioavailable, powered by a LEGO, 60% less sugar. You can drink it or you can take the pills, however you like it. It's a very, very good product. And then also D3 has also been known to have a big impact on the immune system. And so we have D3, double the levels of other brands. So another great product. Also, if you're African American, a male, also, D3 is going to support your prostate health, because it helps, the African Americans have a higher rate of prostate cancer because of not being able to access what they need from the sun, the D they need from the sun. So another important product there. I think it's like $7.99. Here's what a lot of customers come to Melaleuca for. Remember, I told you we're going to get to the business side in just like 2 more slides. So, but I just want you guys to know that, detoxifying your home is really important. Many of the people who suffer from asthma and allergies, it ends up coming from the chemicals they're using in the home. Many of the people that suffer from immune problems and have immune problems going on and different things outbreak and they don't know why, rashes and so on, it ends up being the personal care and cleaning products they're using. So Melaleuca for 36 years now has been making these safer for your home, no harsh ingredients, no childproof caps, because they're absolutely non-toxic. There's no risk. And so you can not only get really super effective products, right? You can't have a 97% reorder rate if your products don't work. You can't really steal 3 million customers that are buying Tide or 7th Generation unless your product works better. And ours not only works better, it's safer, it's delivered. We're the only 9 times concentrated detergent on the market. So one very small bottle does 96 loads. It's hard to believe, and it's true, and it does an amazing job. And you can see already the price point here. We're about 30% less than Tide. And likewise, all of our cleaning products are super concentrated, from 2 times to 12 times. And so you're saving the planet. You're saving, even if you don't necessarily care so much about the planet, think about how much less plastic if you're using a 12 times concentrate and using your own water out of the tap. It makes a big difference. And it makes a big difference in your pocket, because you can see we're roughly 50% less than the competition. This product in particular, again, talking about, the situation we find ourselves in with needing to constantly disinfect and clean. there's been a big increase in childhood poisonings. There's been a big increase in asthma and other respiratory problems because of people exposing themselves to so many chemicals trying to kill germs. Well, Melaleuca also experienced a huge influx of old customers coming back to Melaleuca because they realized, oh my gosh, I remember Melaleuca had that really good disinfectant, and they have hand sanitizer. We had it all in stock even when there's been shortages. Our Solugar Botanical is 99.9% killing all the germs, just like Lysol, bleach, without any of the harsh chemicals that damage your lungs. It's EPA approved. That means it could be used in schools or hospitals. So it's guaranteed to do that. It has to, to have this stamp of approval of the EPA, it has to be able to kill all those necessary germs. So thyme and citric acid instead of toxic bleach, which is, a carcinogen. So last but not least on the products, I want to just share this slide because one of the big skepticisms that people remain with when we talk about how great these products are, they've seen great products, they've seen companies pitch great products, but they're always super expensive. So Melaleuca does not compare itself to the green brands. We compare ourselves to the market, and we are even less expensive than the toxic brands that are much cheaper than the green brands. And this is just a little shopping list that's been put together here. It's a 37-point order, to be exact, of just things that are really used by every household, right? Nothing here specifically, just really common products. Our lotion, toothpaste, dishwasher tabs, all-purpose cleaner, laundry, etc. And every single one across the board, we are super competitive. In most cases, a little cheaper or a lot cheaper. And we're not comparing apples to apples because our Diamond Bright dishwasher tabs, while they're 30%, roughly 30% less than Target and Walmart's Cascade, ours are non-toxic and ours are biodegradable and theirs aren't. Our Renew Skin Therapy, as I mentioned before, is half the price of Eucerin, but we're 7 times more effective at maintaining moisture. It's an incredible product, I have to tell you. And our Tough and Tender, we're 30% less than the toxic 409, but we're a quarter of the price of the green product, Mrs. Myers. So that's how we compare. So if you're wondering, we're not always going to be cheaper, but we're always going to be for sure super competitive. And on a value level, in terms of quality and effectiveness, it's definitely better value all the way around. So I mentioned earlier that when you set up your account, you get $100 in free products. That's one of the great perks. And so we're going to cover the benefits here, why customers are willing to try us. So if you're thinking about building a business here, if you have a business that costs $19, that you don't have to invest anything in inventory, and the company gives you $100 in free products, very, very little objection here, right? So Learn to Earn not only helps people by giving them $100 in free products, but it educates our upcoming, shoppers, our upcoming members, right? They get, an upcoming good educated shoppers make wiser decisions. And so you get to use $100, $20 increments month by month to get free products. The first 20 you get right away when you set up your account if you shop within the first 2 days. And then after the $100 and the initial Learn to Earn program of $100, you also start getting 15% back at the end of those 5 months anytime you shop before the 20th. We always do that. And so we have tremendous value every single month. We have money in our account for free products. It's also a great point for those that are sticklers about liking free shipping, right? We know when you order from Amazon, free shipping. Well, yeah, but it's $13 a month for Prime to get the free shipping, right? So $13 a month, we're $19 a year. So $13 a month means you've actually kind of paid for your shipping. And also it's included in the price points, right? Even if you buy from some other companies and they say free shipping, it can't be free because somebody has to pay those drivers and all of that system. So, Melaleuca is much more transparent. They don't put that into the price. Melaleuca is the second largest shipper with UPS here in North America, and they pass their volume discount shipping price to us. So it's $3.90 plus 5.4% of your total, does not go by weight. So the $100 in free products in the first 5 months totally offsets that. You'll get more in free products than what you're spending in shipping. And then if you shop by the 20th after that $100, that 15% is more than enough to cover your shipping again. So it's like we have free shipping, but it's real because you get free products for it because obviously shipping has to get paid for. Now there's 2 other perks that I love. The marketplace, for me, guys, this marketplace really means that if you're an educated consumer, You cannot afford to not have a Melaleuca account. Your marketplace gives you access to 1,900 different retailers at Melaleuca's negotiated cashback discounts. This is like Ebates on steroids, right? 1 or 2% on the low end, 30% on the high end for some of the florists and other companies here. Cashback converts into free Melaleuca products. If you're going to do a home improvement project or buy, maybe some electronics at Best Buy, do it through the marketplace and get, cash back. Also, if you're not adverse to applying for a new credit card and you've got decent credit, this is a no annual fee Melaleuca Rewards Visa. They give you $100 in free products the very first time you use it. And listen to this, 6% back on all your Melaleuca purchases and 4% back at gas, groceries, and restaurants. My best card only offers 2%. 2% on everything else. So I use our card, I use it for our gas and groceries, and I use it for everything at Melaleuca. And so any given month between my 15%, between my marketplace and my card, somewhere like $100 to $100 and something comes back to us in free products. In fact, this is the latest update from September. We're up to $10,000 in free products from Melaleuca because of all these perks. And so that's why I say, if you're a really educated shopper and you're a family that has a budget for your groceries and things, you really can't afford to not have a Melaleuca account because you're going to get so much benefit from it. Now, one of the last benefits I want to share, and so keep in mind, this is for everybody, right? This has nothing to do with doing the business. This is just every member in their $19 year membership. All of these perks come with it, as well as this final perk. And this is important, guys, because the reason we get the 30 to 50% discount has everything to do with our loyalty. We know that everybody goes shopping at least once a month. Most people shop at least once a week. We shop a couple times a week at the grocery store, and we shop a couple or 3 times a month at Melaleuca. But either way, Melaleuca, remember, gives this discount in order to encourage us to shop at least once. They give us a 30 to 50% discount. And so it's important to know that requires you to shop each month. Now, you have the option, you can always opt out, right? You can always pause your account. You're not stuck here. But the $19 a year membership covers you for a full year. No risk again, right? Products are all guaranteed. But we have something here called a backup order or a membership pack. And I want you guys to know this is not an auto ship and it's not a subscription, right? It's actually there just in case you're ever too busy or forget to shop. It's more like overdraft protection, if you can think about that. You don't really want to use it, but it's there if, something happens, right? So you're going to shop. You're going to buy what you need at Melaleuca. You're going to buy your vitamins. You're going to buy your laundry detergent when it runs out. You're going to buy your kids' snacks. You're going to buy whatever the things are that you buy here as they're running out in your household. You're shopping just like you shop at the store. But if there's ever a month that you just totally forget, you put your favorite product with Melaleuca on the shelf. You don't pay for it, but it's there. And it will come to you if you don't pause your account because Melaleuca assumes that you forgot. So really important for that backup order. Do not treat it like an auto ship because you've got your 15% cash back. You've got the ability to use your loyalty shopping dollars for free products every single month. So you obviously, on that month, if you're getting your backup order, you can't use those things. So it's coming only because you didn't shop. So, our backup order is about 150 points. It has both of our peak performances as well as our bars and our shakes that we use and a couple of other things, but just your favorites. And so again, I want to just stress, because a lot of folks I know come from a background, maybe in network marketing or MLM, and they're used to hearing auto ship, or maybe you're, the younger generation, you have a subscription to, Dollar Shave Club or a subscription for coffee, and you go, oh my gosh, I've got more coffee coming. Well, it's not going to be like that because you're going to pick the things that you're using in your household, and you're only ever going to get this if you forget to shop. And trust me, when you've been here for a couple of months, you're not going to forget to shop because these products, you're going to want them in your home. So now we're coming to the last little 10 minutes here, guys, and I want to just kind of switch gears and let you know again about the details of sharing the revenue with Melaleuca. Melaleuca is built by customers, as I mentioned before, so it's very organic. It's real people who really shop here who recommend it to their friends. It's super easy concept to get. Once you refer your customers, Melaleuca completely services those customers, takes over. This is a very passive residual income that you're creating here, okay? So how does it look? And again, please, if the business is not for you, please just take a little listen here and think about somebody else that you might know, because this is not like the other companies that you've seen before. And like I said, if it was, I wouldn't be here, obviously, because I didn't do those kinds of businesses. So this is something really different. Again, so customers are shopping here at Melaleuca, almost 3 million of us now. And 90% of the customers shopping, like my mom, who's 86, are not involved in the business. They're not doing these presentations. They may not even have ever had a presentation. They're just shopping here. But every single person that decides to refer a customer, you refer your mom, you're going to get 50% on whatever that new customer buys for their first 4 months. Okay, pretty cool commission. Okay, after that, ongoing, you will make a commission on those people that you refer for the lifetime of those customers up to 20%. That is super lucrative. Not only the customers that you personally refer will you earn 20% for the lifetime, but also 7% on any indirect referral. Somebody refers somebody, refers somebody, refers somebody. Now that's very lucrative, but that is still not the complete picture of 51% available of every dollar that comes into Melaleuca. So what does Melaleuca do with that money? They don't take that money, right? There's a clear line drawn who works for Melaleuca, and what it costs to make the product is in 49%, and 51% is set aside every single month to share with the customers. Well, we're doing over 3 billion a year now, okay? So think about how much is available each month. That extra money is being paid out in profit sharing to those that are helping others, those that are actually advancing because they're helping others, those that are earning bonuses in that because they're helping others to set up their accounts and helping others to teach others to set up their accounts, which is all we do. We help people set up their accounts to shop here. So you'll see here, choose your first check. This is just an example of what you could have for your first check. If you'd like your check to be $500, become a director this month by referring 8 customers. So help 8 of your friends, family to set up a shopping account. Let them see this overview by myself or somebody else. There's lots of us that do these overviews. There's also videos inside your Melaleuca membership. And when you help 8 people set up their accounts for $1, right? This month will be $1 for you, so that they'll pay just $1 for their first year and get the $100 in free products. You'll earn $500 on the 12th of November. Okay, really easy peasy. I mean, I don't say easy, but doable, right? Director 2, maybe you want a $1,000 check, then go ahead and refer 2 more. Refer a total of 10 customers to Melaleuca, and you could be a director 2 and make around $1,000. Director 3s earn on average $2,500 because they've referred 11 customers or more, and then one of their customers has actually become a director, referred 8 customers. That's a big change. It's a big jump there. And in fact, you'll notice here, the company introduced this new bonus last month that anybody who gets to 20 personal customers, we call that the 2020 Club, if you do it in your first 4 months, you get an additional $500. So a lot of people, when they're getting to Director 3, actually have 20 personal customers. So this check could easily be $3,000 or more if you've also got 20 personal customers. Okay, now, the company also offers lots of promotions. This is a promotion we had last month. The promotion this month that I mentioned is skincare up until the middle of the month, and then there'll be a new promotion. But I wanted to show you what a director check would look like, a director 2, just so you know. It's really, it is actually transparent. You can see it. You'll get a business report that prints it out. Here's Courtney's very first month. She was actually a customer for a couple of months and then decided with the pandemic, but this is before the pandemic, but decided she wanted to refer customers because she loved the product. So that was her first check, $705. Here's Marcus. Now you can see a pretty big difference here, $4,300 for his first check. And what's the difference? What did he do? Well, he referred 14 customers. So he actually became a director 4, right? So director 4 has 12 minimum customers and then 2 directors, and he had his 2 directors. So quite a big amount when you think about that. And how is that possible that with just 12 customers and 2 directors, you could make that kind of income? Because people are just shopping for what they need here, right? They're not buying big volume. This is just people shopping for their groceries here. Well, this is why, as I mentioned before, the profit sharing means that the company will share with you, once you're a director or above, profit sharing that is beyond what just you and your people do, but it's actually coming from what the whole company is doing. And so if you want to refer customers here and make money, we'll tell you to go ahead when you set up your account right away to watch this video called the Foundations video, because it's going to set you up to double your bonuses all the way through to senior director. What that means is your director, when you refer 8, you're going to get a $200 bonus instead of $100. Director 2, you're going to get 200 plus 400 instead of the 200. And Director 3 that you saw there, the average of 2,500, another 1,000 instead of 500, or like Marcus, 1,000 instead of 500. So when you add that up, whether you do it month by month, but if you happen to do that all in 1 month, that's $2,600 in bonuses for just having referred 12 customers and have 2 of your customers refer 8. So how does it get to be so high? Because not only do you get these bonuses, these double bonuses, if you watch the Foundations video and you're doing it in month by month pattern here, but you also get 100% match on the people that you refer. So in the case of Marcus, he had a director and a director 2. So that means he got a matching 200 for the director who also got 200, and he got a matching 200 plus 400 for the director 2 who referred 10 people. So add that $800 to his $2,600, and you can see already that's 30 something hundred. You can see how he got to 4,200. But here's the thing, that we're talking brand new people here, right? We're talking about being able to profit share money that's not part of what your people actually bought, not part of what you actually did or the business that you brought to the company, but you're able to make this because the company has so many customers that buy here every single month and that don't do the business. And so as you get to senior director, you might be asking, what's a senior director? That's definitely where you want to be if you want to have a kind of income that can replace, a kind of a career level income. And as you do this, as you go referring customers and developing a director, a second director, third director, you'll be a senior director when you've referred more than 20 customers, 20 or more, minimum 20, and have 5 of your personal customers that are directors or above. That means you become a senior director. That means you get an all expenses paid trip to our corporate headquarters for a week, and you get trained and you get to see the distribution, the manufacturing facilities and all of that. It's pretty eye-opening when you see, over 1 million square feet of manufacturing distribution in Idaho. You start getting a $500 a month car bonus. You start getting another bonus program that's called when you grow by 1 customer, you get an extra $500. You start sharing in the bonus pools. So there's many more compensations that happen. We call senior director kind of the mid-level of the compensation plan. And we're really proud and excited that, some of the people that we've helped in the last couple of years actually did this way faster than we did it. And, you could do it faster than they did it because, the company's offering more and more to the compensation, and there's more and more tools today. We have videos today, and we have online enrollments today when we didn't have all that before. So these are actually 7 out of the 9 people. You might recognize a couple of them there. Part of the team here, Jeffrey and Karen Winter and April Tucker and the others that you see there are all part of our team that became senior directors in 2018. And some of them went beyond senior director and even got to executive director. And that is, a really big feat. Like, that is not easy. That's a lot of work. But again, it tells you that if you can get to the mid-level of the compensation in less than a year, you can be at the level where they're paying you $500 for your car. And, the average income of senior directors is about $65,000 a year. And if you do this like they did it fast, and you get there, and not only there, but get to executive in a year, you're going to earn so much profit sharing that, you're going to make executive director income at the senior director level, and you're going to make national director income at the executive director level. And so what this looks like basically is just you've helped more people become directors. And so when you're an executive director, instead of having 5 directors, you now have 10 directors. And so instead of an average of 60,000 plus, it's more like an average of like, $150,000 to $250,000 a year and $1,000 a month for your car bonus. National directors here, $20,000 to $30,000 a month. This has gone up again this year. I think the high average now was almost $750,000. And so $1,200 for the car bonus, and corporate directors that are $1 million a year earners and more. What I want to share though is This is like a corporate job that you don't get fired from. They don't sell out. They don't downsize and lay you off. And it's not like, the MLM company where you have to have so many distributors, and if they don't distribute, you lose your car. This is based on lots of customers doing something they're already doing, buying their groceries. And it's based on people wanting to find safer products. They're thrilled when they realize that they can get great products that are non-toxic and that they're in their budget, right? So it's just a lot of people doing a little, and it's not something that comes one time and then goes away. This is ongoing residual income that comes in for the lifetime of those customers, and you get to earn a big chunk from the company if you're part of the leadership here. And so I've got lots of examples of folks here that have, this is a executive director in 1 year, $172,000 first year. And here is Courtney, third month in the business. That one little check for $700 in January led to a $72,000 check in April. Okay. What I want you to notice here is the organizational volume is 44,000. So how does one make 72,000 on 44,000 in business? Imagine that 44,000 in business is part of this business. Here's Rainbow's business 2.5 years in. How does 44,000 in this 168,000? How does one make 144,000 on 168,000 in business? That is basically unheard of. That's like saying, you're in real estate, you sell $1 million house and you make $1.5 million. Not doable. It doesn't work. You can't sell $1 million worth of widgets and make $1.5 million. No, right? How is that possible? And not just possible. This is a very big check. This is obviously not the average check. This is an advancement check. But to give you some context, okay, Executive Director 9. That means you now have at least 10 directors and you've got 3 senior directors, okay? In other words, 3 of your directors have now become seniors. We became Executive Director 9s about 10 years ago, and our check was $47,000. We also double or triple advanced when we did that. So did she. So in other words, the same work that one does 10 years ago today pays you $100,000 more. The reason that's possible, guys, and I told you I'd be very transparent, the company, right, keeps their customers. So they have 3 million customers shopping here, okay? Out of all of those customers, 82% of them have never, ever referred a customer. Some of them have been shopping here for 30 years, okay? 9% of the Melaleuca customers have referred 1 or 2 customers, but not more than 7. So they've never became a director. So clearly 90% of all of Melaleuca's revenues are being generated by pure customers, people that are not looking to get a check. But the company is committed to always paying out 51%. But they can't pay 51% to customers that are not doing anything. So where do they pay it out to? They pay it out to the 9% that are directors and above. And specifically, they pay out an even significant higher amount to those that are senior directors and above. So approximately, here we go, you think about Melaleuca doing over 200 million a month, probably closer to 300 million a month now. Think about 51% of that sharing out. Think about it not being able to share with the 90% that make up 90% of Melaleuca sales and revenues, but going to this 9%, of which half of that being those that are at the upper levels. So in other words, much of the money that you can earn here at Melaleuca does not come from your personal group. That's your pure residual, but it's going to be coming from this 90% that aren't sharing in the revenue. So it's an amazing, amazing point. If you understand that, we understood that 18 years ago, and we said, we saw Tom's report. We saw customers at that time shopping for 100 months, 150 months, 120 months. Well, now those customers, fast forward 18 years, they're shopping here for 300 months and 275 months and 268 months. And you'll notice here, other companies won't show you this. There's no zeros. Everybody's shopping, right? Everybody's shopping, no zeros. So imagine that you can build a business here today, starting today, right? When everyone is already looking to shop online, not like it was, 20 years ago, right? And you can build residual income for decades. And in fact, it can surpass you because it is also willable just by helping people switch stores. This is, here's the proof of that. Tom's earnings, over 55 million, not his personal earnings. That's what his personals have earned. We're 3 million of this 55 million that his personal customers have earned. he's earned just under 20 million. And it wasn't the 20 million that impressed me. It was the pages and pages and pages of customers shopping for hundreds of months that impressed me, that I knew that this could be the passive residual income that I was looking for. Wasn't looking for, but knew that we wanted to have, didn't have any idea how we could find a business like that. And so, I'm just putting that out to you guys. Melaleuca is an amazing business. It has been everything that it promised to me and more. Other businesses that I've been involved in before, it got worse as you got closer to it and you learn more. It always got worse. In Melaleuca, it just gets better. Every year it gets better, not just in the fact that there's more revenues to share, but there's more resources. They get better at things, right? They come out with more products. I mean, it just keeps on getting better. And so they're going to keep on growing with or without you and me. But I would ask you, do you want to maybe get a piece of this? You can have as much a piece of it as you want. The people that are coming in today that are making what took us 10 years to make in 6 months or in a year, those folks that are you guys coming in today, you're looking at Tom 30 years in with 20 million in income. If you do what Tom did today, when you've been here for 25 or 30 years like him, you won't have made 20 million, you'll make 40 million. That's just the reality, because the company has so many more customers and so much more revenue to share. So with that, guys, if anybody's been on here and it's really gone over your head because you really just wanted to find out how you could get some better, some better groceries that are safer and delivered to your door, then I invite you to pick category 1 if that's you, because we're a company that offers tons of value to customers. And as you heard, 90% of everyone who shops here, that's why they're here. They're just here to shop. And so let the person know that brought you on that you want to be a category 1, and they'll help you get your account set up and help you get your free products and all of that. If you are looking for something to make a little bit of supplemental income and you're very limited on time, this is a great place to do it. Pick category 2 if you're looking to make a few hundred to a few thousand. And if you're looking kind of like we were, you're looking for an exit strategy, or you're looking for significant income or a new career, whatever the reason, you need some significant income, you could do it here, and you could do it with part-time committed hours. We can help you do that. The team here will help you do that. There's lots of resources and tools available. So I would invite you to get back to the person that brought you on here and let them know that, you want to make significant income and you want to lock arms with them. You want them to show you how they can help you to do that and set your goals with them. And so with that, guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for having me on here. I want to welcome you guys. I want to be the first to welcome you to the Melaleuca family and to the team here. You're in great hands, and the mission statement of the company to enhance the lives of those we touch by helping people reach their goals. You can reach your goals here, and the compensation is set up for us to help you reach your goals, because that's how we reach our goals. So thanks again, guys. It's been my pleasure to share this with you tonight. And Jeffrey, if you guys want to open up for some questions, I'm happy to take any questions, or happy to share. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys spending the extra time. I know I took a little bit extra time tonight. So thanks again for your patience.
There was a chat going on, Robin. They absolutely loved it. I mean, they really did. If anyone wants to put a question in the chat box, Robin will spend a couple of minutes. She'll answer your questions. If not, like she said, get together with the person who invited you and get started.
Anyway.
I'm just going to check the chat box if there's any questions. Yeah. I'm just seeing a lot of thank yous.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yep, lots of thank yous, Robin.
Great. Well, I mean, speak up if you do have any questions. I know there were some newbies on here. I didn't actually share with you there, but that's my presenter ID there. If you guys do have some guests on, just use my number there where it says presenter. And, there's still 3 months left to change your life. 2021, whatever you do here in the last 90 days is going to set yourself up for what your 2022 is going to look like. So I would just invite everybody on here to, take a chance, take a chance. If you're skeptical like we were, you can take a chance when it's only $19 or $1, right? It's worth taking a chance, guys. I'm so glad for the decision we made 18 years ago.
It's like buying the winning lottery.
Yeah, for sure. Jessica says, I thought my 2K in free shopping was good. And now this month it's like 10,160. So
That's phenomenal.
another 160 came in because of Marketplace, Melaleuca Visa card, and 15% cash back. Every month, like at least $100 comes in every single month, free products. And that's got nothing to do with building the business, just because I use the tools. I use the benefits that are there. So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll